I got you, Coach.
Please, please, please.
Thanks. Yeah, yeah.
Who'd you send that to? Really? What's up, Law Gamer Boy?
Stadium in Santa Clara for the College Football Playoff National Championship game, as we'll see the Miami Hurricanes taking on the Clemson Tigers. Here we go, the matchup we've all been waiting for. Number 1 versus number 2, and off we go in the College Football Playoff National Championship in Santa Clara. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. With one game of college experience now in his pocket, this young quarterback leads the Tigers up 1st and 10. Well, a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. 1st and 10 now for Clemson. Back to throw here. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20. He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it's a 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver down? And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. Got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Clemson sends their kicker out for the field goal. And this one is right through. And the opening drive of the game yields 3. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. On 1st down, Larson. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. The Hurricanes, of course, a 3-time national champion back in the 80s, 83, 87, 89. They then added 2 more for good measure in 91 and 2001, but they haven't held that trophy since. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
second down now. It's Joseph. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now Gregory to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Quick slant caught by Streets. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 77 yards. Here's 1st and goal, Clemson. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Clemson. DeMarcus Sowell there to make the grab. And Clemson tacks on to their lead. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the University of Miami, their offense ready to get the drive started. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. So here's a 1st and 10 for Miami. Gregory will look to throw it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring it. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make it.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
And that'll set them back 5. Now the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, they go up. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop.
And he will score. Touchdown, Clemson. DeMarcus Sowell. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And Clemson tacks on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
So after the touchdown, Clemson back out there to kick this thing away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Back out there for their next offensive drive. The Hurricanes get set. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter. But
you don't want to.
We know, but let me finish.
Okay, Murphy.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Joseph. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. 31 yards there.
Most of the yardage is coming through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
On 2nd down, it's Larson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down, Gregory. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there and also a first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver or tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll run on 1st down.
Zone,
all the way
boy,
back
zone.
to your own end zone.
Oh, this is Lennox Cuz.
Oh! What's up?
Game thus far, and after that last run,
All the way back to your own end zone.
2nd and 9. Gregory. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Burke?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. He thought he was going to take it upfield, then he curls back inside for the completion.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Now Gregory, that's complete, right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That time to complete.
I was talking to your brother.
From the gun on 3rd down. Gregory.
That's my touchdown.
From 8 yards out.
Dude, my computer
on
died.
the board here in the first
We had 1
half.
second left.
That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
This is taken at the 3.
Go.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
You remember how one time we had a birthday at Bull's house? Yeah, and guess what?
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. Charles, we talked in the semifinal about Isaiah Street's brother Ezekiel, lost due to leukemia exactly 1 year ago today. But since then, Isaiah's been active in trying to help those who are going through the same struggles his brother went through. He formed a real bond, in fact, over the summer with one of them, 11-year-old cancer patient Emily Atwood of Centerville, Texas.
Right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
She's the principal
If you
now?
do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
She's the principal now?
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's able to add muscle as he throws it in. And he will take this in for a Clemson touchdown. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. And not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's incomplete. But a flag is down here, so hang on. Let's see what we've got.
Defense. Yeah.
A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So after the touchdown, Clemson back out there to kick this thing away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out.
Y'all need to send me that picture.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical?
Cute, too.
Will it be...
Hey, come on. Hey, you need to play better in the second half, all right? What? Just give me the ball, all right? Let me do my thing.
I agree.
Got it. Hey. Okay, man.
Excuse me.